But let me welcome on board V. Ramachandran, Director and CEO at V-Guard Industries as well, joining in on the show right now. Mr. Ramachandran, good to have you on the show. You've posted an inline set of numbers for the quarter. Give us a sense of the split between the wires, the non-wires business, and what kind of growth has one seen in those segments?
Non-wire segment has been good. I think overall we have posted 14% growth. I think the non-wire part would be slightly higher, right? More like a 16.5% growth. Right? Wire, because of fluctuation in copper prices, there has been some downstocking last quarter, right? So.
Okay. So we are now seeing intense summer. However, it has partially been marred by unseasonal rains across the country. What is the demand for air cooler, fans? I mean, has this got impacted because of these unseasonal or early rains?
So I think we can split this question into two parts. I think the first part is related to the period up to March. I think the period up to March has been strong. I think April has, however, been a bit stressed because of intermittent rains and lower temperatures that are observed in south. So this has translated into some pressure on two categories: fan and air coolers, right? But then we have May and June to go. Yeah, and this has been a bit of a challenge, primarily in south and east. Yeah. So, but however, we are just about 40 days into the summer quarter, and we are hopeful that going forward things will be better. In fan, actually, we have recently launched a new BLDC range at the at mid market. Yeah. And I think this is significantly going to help us to strengthen our position in fans and also in the what I would say BLDC segment. Right? We had a launch conference recently, and we received some fabulous feedback from our partners. So we hope to recover whatever shortfall that we have observed this quarter, this month particularly, right? April, the month that's gone by, in the upcoming period, right? Thanks to this launch.
And also, while the electronics and the electricals have seen a good growth, the Sunflame's revenue is down 24% on a YY basis. What is causing the pressure here, and what's the outlook for kitchen appliances?
Yeah, I think the overall kitchen appliance as an industry, has been challenged for some time, and that picture has not changed. I think last year Q4 was very strong for us related to Q4 this year. And we've also had some challenges in the CSD and the CPC segment this quarter. Right? So the rest of the market has been all right. Yeah? It's been in line with market. We've had some challenges in CSD and CPC where we've not received orders and in line with our plan. Right? So that's where the challenge is.
Right. So when we last interacted, you had guided for the contribution from your non-South markets to go up to about 60 to 63% from 48% back then. In Q4, that has slipped to 45.8%, with the scales tipping towards the South in terms of revenue contribution. Tell me what's causing this slight drop, and what are the strategies to expand business in the North?
No, I think there are seasonal fluctuations. So for example, if you look at it, right, the summer sets in south in last quarter, right, which is from summer starts in south from March, right. So we had a good sell in there, okay, last quarter, and in anticipation of summer. I don't think the fluctuation for Q4 is material, and also the product mix and geography mix, right, is also different from quarter to quarter, right. So these are the only two major characteristics, right. Otherwise, we continue to grow. As an example, for the full year, non-South has grown at 20% and South has grown at 12%. Okay, so I wouldn't draw any particular conclusion from quarter four numbers for South and non-South. Yeah. And even this April, non-South has grown better than South.
Company undertaking any price hikes in Q4?
We have taken pricing corrections across multiple categories. I think particularly in summer categories, it may take some time to land. Yeah, because of the slower onset of summer. Yeah, but there are categories like battery and all. Where even inverter, right? We have landed price changes, but water heater also we have announced price changes. Yeah. But those will come into play maybe from next month, right? So some changes have happened in April, some changes have happened in March. Yeah. I think a fan, will take a bit of time to land. Even though we have announced the prices, right? Switches also, the switches, switchgear also, are categories where I think we have communicated some changes. They may take another month to land in the market, month maybe 45 days. So normally it takes 30 to 60 days for pricing corrections to land in the market.
But before we talk about your new capacity addition, give us an update on the capacity addition that you have done last quarter in Hyderabad for ceiling fans. How is the plant coming along?
So the plant is under construction, and it's going to be for TPW and ceiling fan both. And this is going to take some more time, before the plant is ready to be commercialized. It may take 9 to 12 months for the plant to commercialize. Right? The construction activity is in full swing, and we expect to commission the plant in line with our plan. I think the other point that you talking about, right, is our battery plant, I think, where we have announced capacity expansion. So we are going to double up the capacity for lead acid batteries at Hyderabad to meet, business growth.
Right. So that's exactly what my next question is on. Let's talk about the capacity addition in Hyderabad and, what is it that you're seeing there? What's the kind of timeline for it to be operational?
So the battery plant, we had about 3 years back announced setting up of a battery plant in Hyderabad. And, about 18 months back, this battery plant was commissioned. And, we have reached full capacity utilization, and we continue to source batteries from the market. We have decided to, double the capacity at the same location, so that we have some synergy benefit of setting up the plant or expanding the capacity in the same location as opposed to setting it up in another part of the country. The plant output, right, is fundamentally going to feed our growth plans, which we are expecting. We expect to double our battery business in the next 4 to 5 years, and the plant is being set up in anticipation of that. It's going to take about 18 months before the plant is going to be commercialized, and probably the first 1 year we will see a gradual ramp up. So really, it's going to fully support our demand 3 to 4 years from now, and it is targeted towards meeting our growth requirements. Last 3 years, our battery business has been growing upwards of 20%, right? And this is supporting to feed that growth. We are going to invest about 50 crore in plant and machinery to support this business expansion.
And also, Mr. Ramachandran, last time you said that the business is aiming at a 15% yearly growth and gross margin target is at 9.5%. Would you like to revisit this guidance?
We have, we generally don't guide, but, we continue to maintain our long-term growth objective of 15% growth. And what I would say, margin at the current levels of 9.5%. And as we have said, as we have already said multiple times before, it will remain our objective to improve gross margin by 0.5% every year.
Mr. Ramachandran, thank you so much for taking the time out and speaking with us.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.